Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another retro gaming review. And now I bring you WEC Le Mans for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Now there is a 48K version, but I'm reviewing the 128K Spectrum version. I had the former version back in the day and really enjoyed it. Let's hope that it still stood the test of time. As you can see, it was released by Imagine Software and the game came out in 1988 originally. Although I didn't get it. I didn't get it until it was re-released on budget, which cost about £2.99, and I thought that was a small, quite literally a small price to pay to give this game a whirl. Ooh, nice music. Left, right, brake, accelerate, change gear. So this is a car racing game. Let's get this show on the road. And it tells you in the bottom left corner which gear you're in. And look at that wonderful frame rate. And that sky, look at that, that's gorgeous. Whoever programmed OutRun for the Spectrum, look at this and weep. This is how you do it properly. There's a sense of speed, it's fast, it's smooth. Like the Konami signs on the left there. If you crash in a certain way, your car actually spins through several degrees, and if you look very carefully on the side of the car, you can actually see the word Konami on the side of it. I've seen it in screenshots. I love the way they've done that sky. Really good use of colour. That's and no clash. A little bit of clash on the horizon there, but look how beautifully and smoothly the road undulates. This is so good. It controls are super responsive. Oh, see there, you can just about make out the word Konami on the side of the car as it span just then. Spun. Spark plugs. Oh, poo sticks. And look how quickly you're put back on the road. None of this nonsense like you had in the Spectrum version of OutRun when it could take it forever and a day. Nice little jingle there. That jingle wasn't in the Spectrum version. Oh, goodness me. A little bit of colour clash when you go off with the blue of the car and anything that's adjacent to it, but it's not unbearable. This is such a pleasure to play, and it looks really nice as well. Oh God, stop blundering into me, burgers. Oh, that idiot blocked me. I'm not going to do it now. Driver retire to the pit. Oh, I nearly completed a lap there. So I made it onto the high score table. Again, as ever, I would have preferred it if I could just typed in my name, but at least this is fast. Let's give this another whirl. Prepare to start the race. You don't really have positions in this. It's a bit like OutRun, where literally the only thing you're racing against is the clock. But the fact that this is pretty much everything that OutRun should have been in terms of playability and generally how the game runs, I can't really complain about it. Oh, I thought I was going to get away with that. And you got that little steering marker in the bottom right corner, which tells you, because we didn't really have analog sticks at the time of this game coming out. You've got the line that's either side of that central line to determine how much you'll turn to the left or right. So if you're just slightly to the left, you'll only edge towards the left. Whereas if you're sharply turning, then you get the idea. Just like a real steering wheel, the further you turn to the right or left, the more sharply you'll turn in that direction, within reason. You were trying to block me then, weren't you? Hey, didn't work, did it? This is so smooth. I mean, if you like your Spectrum and racers and you haven't played this, do it. It's really good. Oh, I couldn't slow down enough. I was trying to. Graphics are really nice. As I said, great use of colour, particularly on the sky up there. I'm sure I should have crashed into that car. I look like, oh. A little bit generous hit detection there as well. Never mind. Oh god, what are these guys going to do? Oh, yeah, finished the first lap that time. Looks beautiful, plays beautifully, moves at a decent rate. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm pretty sure this is going to get a high score once I conclude this review. I am so impressed with this. I mean, look how fast it is. I'm going at 217 miles per hour, and it actually feels like I'm going that speed. Now compare that to when I was doing speeds like that in Buggy Boy and OutRun on the Spectrum, and in particular OutRun on the Amstrad CPC, all of which I've reviewed on my channel. There was no sense of speed at all in those, but that's definitely not the case with this absolute gem of a game. Lots of signs asking advertising spark plugs. Are they trying to tell me something? But perhaps I need spark plugs. Yeah, tell me something I didn't know. Ah, I thought it was going to be alright doing that. I know you might be thinking that, oh, well, the sound of that engine sounds like buzzing flies or something. Or maybe even a wasp's nest or beehive. Well, I'm not actually overly bothered by that because I get the feeling that the sound of an engine of the car depicted in this game would have been quite harsh anyway. Oh, darn it! I thought it was going to be all right there. We need to slow down now, otherwise I would have crashed into those signs. Will I make it? Oh no. Well, I think I'm going to wind up the review there. Oh, so close again. Managed to nearly finish lap 1 first time around and nearly managed to finish lap 2 this time around. Well, that's W.E.C. Le Mans, WEC Le Mans. Not quite sure whether it's supposed to be pronounced as a word or whether it's separate letters. I've heard some people say W.E.C. and others will say WEC as if it were a word. But whichever form of the title it is, it's a highly recommended game. It plays superbly in this Spectrum version. The 48K version is just as much fun to play. It's just that the sound capabilities of the 48K Spectrum are not as good as they are on the 128K Spectrum that I've just reviewed. So, graphics, absolutely superb. Everything is drawn really well. That sky is absolutely lovely, and this and everything advances towards from the background into the foreground super smoothly with plenty of frames of animation as things get closer. And you can see some nice details on the car if you crash and causes it to spin round on there, like you saw it happen at times whenever I crashed into the back of a car into one of the side signposts, etc. Sound, well, you've got this wonderful music on these menu screens in the high score table. Superb stuff, and you've got that engine noise, which, as I said, I don't mind it at all. It might be an acquired taste, but Jonathan Dunn's done a great job of this music and the sound. Hats off to you, mate. And gameplay, absolutely superb. Controls are spot on, pretty much. No real adverse issues with hit detection or anything like that. Everything moves at a decent frame rate. When you're going at 220 odd miles an hour, it genuinely feels like it. No, and I didn't see any frame rate drop at all. Everything is well programmed. Everything's smooth, fast. The road undulations are beautifully animated. Everything's just so slick, and I am happy to give WEC Le Mans 9 out of 10. It is an absolute blinder of a game, and I really think you should give this a go. It's definitely one of the best car racing games on the system. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.